Mais c'est me donner son petit Jean-Marc.
Esse lambat nan.
All right, guys. Ready?
Yo. Yeah. On va commencer sur. On va cacher lui là. C'est pas grave. Cherchez-vous. On demande côté Stanley.
He's running late. Et c'est marrant, même nous, la femme, si nous t'entendons mal dans des noms. Are you ready? That's why.
Oui, bonsoir mesdames et messieurs, salutations spéciales à vous tous. Welcome to Washington Anderson Show and the crew. Et nous sommes ensemble avec nous. Loulou, Samdoula. Et c'est Loulou qui fait nous belles. Parce que quand tout le monde qui voit commentaire, moi, dit, qu'est-ce que c'est comme ça, j'en ai gâté là de longtemps. Quand ça fait, so, oui, Loulou fait nous belle. Nous avons Loulou ensemble avec nous, et puis nous avons Richard Dumont ensemble avec nous. Et puis nous avons l'homme qui change. Nous avons Mano Bouzi ensemble avec nous. Je dis, ouais, monsieur pour l'autre style, je dis, là. Monsieur pour un style Saint-Valentin.
That's right.
Et monsieur Amaya Rougi sous lui. Est-ce qu'on a fait monsieur matché avec monsieur matché avec Loulou? So let's say deux months qui célébrer Saint-Valentin dans show là. But we're gonna have a great show for you guys tonight. Et t'as le bagage Sunday for fun, cap running late, but the bagage Sunday for fun. Tonight we're gonna have a great show today. I'm not gonna talk much, you know, and then because I got a lot of complaint from the last show. And so I got them on my own. So I think the last show I did 2 shows. So I spoke for 2 shows. So last time show and tonight show. So tonight, don't worry, people. Y'all gonna have a good break when it's come to me. Hey, Lulu, take it over.
All right. So welcome to today's episode. We have some really interesting topics, like always. We are going to dive into a mix of heated topics. So first thing first, we're going to talk about Donald Trump's controversial executive order that bans transgender in female sports and women's sport. Next, we're going to shift to glitz and glamour with Haitian entrepreneur and influencer Blondedy, who recently splurged that she spent $268,000 on a G-Wagon.
We're really going to talk about that?
We are. So was that a savvy investment or just a lavish display of wealth? We're also going to have 2 titans of the music industry, Kenny Desmangles and Black Dada, who are going to talk to us about their latest music careers and what they have going on. And they're going to also join us on a series of topics that we'll be discussing. And last but not least, we're going to go a little bit more intimate. What happens in a relationship when one partner has a much higher sex drive than the other? Is it a simple mismatch or a deeper issue?
Well, we loaded tonight.
We're loaded.
But for some reason, back when I'm the son of Zoe, we're not producer. So, what's this sort of problem technique? Et so, on va ensemble avant. Et n'a tout profiter de mon tout cap garder show live, please. Ah ouais, now qu'on am pour stand him. Ouais. Et puis yo te dit baisser mic là parce que mon dit on va faire bien dernière fois. Dernière fois pas critique non? Dernière fois critique seulement, critique sur critique.
Est-ce que maintenant tu go figure
et mon cousin même qui dit et moi pourquoi ça pas investir dans team mic qui tout petit yo. Dit man. Dit non, me dit monsieur nous gagne tout, doit gagne tout. Pas un problème non. Et me quoi peut-être trop. But now nous allons couvrir un peu le topic à ça. Et pour nous choisir qui est très important. But avant d'entrer dans le topic ça yo. Et je dis moi demain si Dieu veut c'est Saint-Valentin pas vrai?
Oui.
Ça veut dire que un peu là nous là bon en minorité en rouge et nous gagne loulou là en rose.
Love.
Moi son bagay bon bagay vol net top fait. Bah Saint-Valentin ça moi m'pa believe là-dedans. En vrai parce que moi nous même bon qui célèbre Saint-Valentin qui me fait mal pour nous spécialement nous même nèg yo. Nous pas rien pour nous même. Et so qui cadeau pour le bail nèg pour Saint-Valentin là.
Whatever he wants.
Qui bagay pour le bali ko pas bali.
Whatever he wants.
That's a political answer.
Whatever he wants.
So Mano, qu'est-ce qu'on va le bail?
Yes, sir.
Qu'est-ce qu'on va le bail?
Ou mande loulou ça le
No, that's what the fact. N'oubliez pas que c'est pas pour femme, c'est pour garçon, c'est garçon pour bail.
Valentine's Day, men give?
Et pas garçon pour bail?
Both.
I think it's
Both
both.
sides.
Yeah.
Both sides? Ok,
Yeah,
comme
yeah.
nous célébrons Saint-Valentin, m'pas kon bagay ça. Là nous fait anniversaire qui ça nous fait? Qui ça nous fait Mano?
Sometimes, I mean, you just, m'pas faire rien de spécial, non? Just c'est la caille, moi, font petit dîner, et puis met ton petit baleine, et puis si mon al dormi, parce que life gotta go on. Si mon al dormi, et puis shida dans le living room, moi, madame, moi, get a little intimate time, that's all. Relax. You know.
So qui sont tes faits qui différent avec jour avant?
Bon, technique, il n'y a pas rien pour faire. Non, Saint-Valentin, on suppose célébrer every day. Et pour gagner madame ou dame ou Saint-Valentin. Et même jean madame ou fleur, il va obliger Saint-Valentin, il doit for any reason.
So why that Saint-Valentin thing? Why that pressure though?
Même jean for Christmas. Pour qu'ils soient mon gift on Christmas. You can give them gift every day.
Là-bas, vol net. Pour moi, vol net.
I mean, it's a celebration of
too?
love.
Bye to keep people broke, to keep black people broker.
It's a celebration of love.
What? Of what?
Of love. I mean, I get it. If you're not into it, you're not married, you're not celebrating love. I get it, but some people do.
So you guys celebrating
give us that. Listen, give us that day. You can bash love any other day, but not today.
Okay.
How's that?
All right. So what about you?
All right, thank you.
So what's up with you?
Me, tomorrow, I want to do the same thing I do every day, man.
Like what? Nothing.
But he's celebrating Valentine's every day.
Every day.
That's the thing.
I'm with you every day.
I know.
I'm gonna take my wife to lunch, and I wake up and make breakfast for everybody. No school tomorrow.
That's
right.
Well, I know when it's come to you the one that cook in your house.
So no.
So that mean like, well, I know your wife cook, but you cook a lot in your house.
So they will say.
So tomorrow, so you're not gonna be cooking tomorrow. You the one that's cooking.
Cooking breakfast tomorrow.
Are you cooking breakfast tomorrow? So what about this morning? What did you do?
This morning, I made, my wife.
You cooked breakfast this morning,
She
right?
made breakfast. This
Oh,
morning.
she made breakfast this morning.
Tomorrow, there's no school tomorrow, so everybody will be asleep. I get up.
Oh, okay. There's no school tomorrow?
For the kids now.
There's no school tomorrow?
No.
Oh, then your Valentine's screwed then.
No, it's not. We do it every day. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'll wake up, I'll make some pink grits.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to because I'm trying to see if I can get some joy out of it without being in it. So that's what I'm
Trust me, you're gonna celebrate.
The first thing you need to do. The first thing you need to do to get some joy out of it, stop being a hater and embrace the situation.
So Lulu,
You know,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that one.
Last year I didn't do anything because I didn't have no man last year.
there we go.
So this year you make sure you have a man just for that.
Nah, but technically I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because of its history and where it comes from.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm not hating on it. That's why I'm wearing the.
So,
the
but
plaza
you just go with the flow
I just go with the flow.
because somebody's spending the money on you.
That's not why.
I'm just asking. I mean, like, okay, wow. To me, it's a lot of pressure.
It's not always about money.
It's not.
No.
It's
Believe
not
me.
intimacy.
Believe me. The chocolate is not free.
I have Valentine's every day, so I'm okay.
The chocolate is
That's
not
fine.
free. It's always about money. Any holiday inside the United States of America is about money.
Yeah, but
Because if you don't do it, the other person get pissed at you. As a matter of fact, if you don't do nothing for your wife tomorrow, you won't get none.
I mean,
If you don't do it tomorrow, don't you think you will be sleeping on the couch, right?
No. Well,
Yes.
I'll be sleeping on the couch.
Yes.
Dude, I gotta go to work tomorrow. And as far as
So
I'm
you sleep on the
concerned, I get
couch
stuck.
anyway.
Oh, there we go. So I might get stuck at work and get back late. Sometimes that happens.
But if
But,
the questions
you know.
I'm asking, if you do not do anything for your wife tomorrow, would you be happy?
If I wake up and say Happy Valentine's Day, she'll be happy.
No,
I
if you don't
have
say
to do
nothing.
anything.
My thing is,
I
if
don't
you don't
have
say
to-
nothing.
You don't have to do anything.
But
You
listen to
don't
what
have
I'm
to
saying.
say anything.
Okay, listen. Now don't fool yourself. Listen to me. If you wake up tomorrow, Valentine's Day tomorrow,
Mhm.
you wake up and you don't say nothing to your wife, you go as the day as usual, routine as usual. Would you be happy?
But
Then no about
it's
me.
not a
I said,
it's
you
not
know
a
your
usual-
wife. Listen,
Anderson,
you
it's
know
not a
your
usual
wife. I just
day.
want to know. No, don't get me
Listen.
wrong. I'm not saying, dude, I'm
Why
not
would
trying
I
to get
go-
you in trouble with your wife. All I'm
Listen,
saying is, I just
why
want to
would I
know.
go- Why would I go about it like a normal day when it's not a normal day? It's Valentine's.
Okay, but I understand where you're coming from.
So therefore, it's a pressure.
There has
no
been
pressure.
relationships that have
I
been
can wake
broken
up-
because of that.
You see, Stanley.
There is some pressure.
Well, you know what? Let's welcome Stanley on the show. Let's welcome Stanley on the show before we get into the Stanley. Welcome.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. So, you're gonna be into Valentine's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if
Definitely.
you wake up tomorrow, you go like day as usual, like it's not
Valentine's Day.
it's not Valentine's Day. Would your wife be happy with you?
I'm sure she won't be happy. I'm sure
Okay,
she'll be
that's
happy
it.
that
At
I
least you're honest
acknowledge-
with yourself.
That I acknowledge the day and that I make her feel special
So-
on that day. It doesn't have to be anything big, right? But definitely that we remember that, why we're together, why we love each other. Make
So
a
isn't
little
that what you guys
gesture.
do? Didn't you do that today?
Well, I mean,
no,
today's.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, but you make it a little extra special. It's a special day.
What is-
you got to.
What is extra special about it?
You take the wife out to dinner. You get some flowers.
So it's about money.
Huh?
So money is about money.
Well, I mean, one of the way that men usually show love is by spending their time, energy, and money on women.
You see, this is honest.
My wife is my wife. My wife is my wife. She works hard. She takes care of the home and the family, and she plays an important role in my life. I like to make sure that I show her that I appreciate her.
So it's so Valentine's Day is a pressure.
It's a pressure.
It's not a pressure. I don't have to do anything.
Yes, you do.
But I choose to do.
No. Yes,
but
you do.
I'm
You just said it. You just said that she would not be happy, and your job is to keep her happy. So it's a pressure in itself to keep her happy.
Well, I mean, listen.
You know what, guys?
We're gonna move on from this topic.
I'm not gonna have anybody sleeping in the couch in my couch. You understand? I'm just trying to understand it because I haven't been in it. I mean, it's not something that I believe in. Never in my life. Like, get into Valentine, doesn't matter relationship or not. So,
and why are you hating on people?
I'm not hating. I'm not hating. I'm trying to understand.
No,
I'm trying to understand.
No hating. We're gonna move on from this topic.
I'm trying to understand what
you guys do. What you do for your.
Let me say one last thing. Sometimes there's certain things in life. It's easier for you to go with the flow. Just go
with the flow.
That's it. I understand. That's it.
You are a very wise man.
He's a wise man. Yes. Guy like Mano.
I gotta.
Mano is so difficult, man.
I'm gonna start calling you Stanley. Stanley wise.
That's it.
Mano, be a politician when it's come to women, okay?
So let me say one last thing. If I wake up tomorrow morning, I kiss my wife and say Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie, even if I don't do anything, she'll be happy. But if I wake up and leave like nothing,
just like a regular day, like a regular day.
Like a regular day.
It's
not a regular day.
Then guess
it's Valentine's Day. For some people, it's more important than others.
It's a pressure.
And especially for women. That's all I'm saying.
So there be more pressure.
Okay. So Lulu, look at Lulu, for example, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Lulu, you go and spend time and energy. Look at your hair. It's beautiful, right?
Thank you.
If your husband walk into the house and don't even acknowledge your hair, how would that make you feel? I mean, I'm not saying that will make you feel bad, but it would be nice for him to say, wow,
I like your hair.
You look nice.
Well,
exactly.
Hey, depends. That depends what is going. He change things around. That's how you change it. You change things.
I understand what you mean. Because when I got it done, that was the first thing that I said. Do you like my hair?
All right. Can we move on? Can we get into the real show now? Because
All right.
I just did not want to miss that Valentine vibe. I want to experience it through you guys.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Listen, Anderson, you can hit on love every day.
I feel for y'all. That's all I can say. As a matter of fact, let me see what the comments say.
All right, we're gonna move forward. You know why? Because we already know that Anderson.
As a matter of fact, right by the way, rapidement, monsieur, nous avons Jeff Lozama, comme gardé choix live, but n'a fait Jeff Lozama qu'on est pour entrer en contact ensemble avec studio parce que nous crois c'est lui-même n'a bien comme guest. Et sometime next week parce que nous avons un bagage très important. Monsieur mon travail très important à faire. Jeff Lozama, producteur a tout profité pour un message pour Jeff Lozama pendant nous parce que pendant que là. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for watching, Jeff. Now, let's get right into the show because I just did not want to, like I said.
We know you already bought the flowers for tomorrow.
You out of your mind.
All right, so let's go.
Believe that's my. You see. That's something. That's right. So my kids, man, they my heart, man.
All right, Anderson.
So.
First topic: Trump's executive order banning transgenders from participating in women's sports.
Alléluia. Gloire à Jésus. Go.
Be long. It's just all about common sense. Doesn't have to be long. In a few moments, I'll sign a historic executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports. It's about time.
No transgender men.
Yeah, not transgender.
actually. What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that. I want to make this a
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
It's tremendously beautiful.
So we know that it's signed, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are supporting this because they believe that it definitely has a level playing field, right?
Uh-huh.
There's biological differences, the strength of men, body mass, etc. So they felt like it was unfair.
Mm-hmm.
However, the executive order potentially violates civil rights under Title IX and the Equal Protection Clause of the U.S. Constitution.
Really?
So they are definitely, allegedly fighting against it.
Oh, really?
So how do you
Wow.
feel about that?
So now let me try to understand something. Who came up with that idea in the first place? Because when I came here in 1990, it wasn't like that. So what happened? So what's the changes? Who brought that? Which government? Which it was under the Democrat, Obama, right?
Who brought that into?
Yeah, Obama. He's the most gay activist I ever seen.
If we don't have the fact, I'm not gonna say that because we don't know.
I do
Let's
know.
say we don't know.
Yes, under Obama administration, this is when all these take place. Okay, but anyway, that's not the most important part. Here's what it is. Does that make sense to you? So let's say, for example, I am an underachiever as a man, right? I'm an underachiever as a man, and I went under procedure to become a woman, which you will never become a woman. I don't care what you do. I don't care what kind of procedure that you done. You will never be a woman. Now, is it fair for real women to be competing with a man? And like Trump said, he's right. There's no such thing as transgender. It's men competing in women's sport. Dude, since when we lose our sense of like since when did we lose our common sense? I understand now everybody want to be politically correct, but just like what makes sense makes sense. Now you have your daughter playing basketball, right? Your daughter playing basketball, and suddenly a grown-ass man that been men for his whole life, after he do whatever procedures that he went through, now he competing in the other team against your daughter. How would you feel? Is it a level? Is there's a level of playing field there? There's no level of playing field. You are still competing against another man. Now, if you tell me you're gonna have transgender against transgender, then I can understand. Now there's a playing field. Because guess what? You have a bunch of dudes that wants to become women. I don't give a damn. I don't care what they do. But let me tell you something. My biological daughter, which is a female, can never compete against a grown-ass man that wanna be woman. Simple as that. That's my opinion.
Okay. And to add to that, they have achieved notable successes in women's sport. Laurel, for example, and I hope I'm not messing up the name, won a couple of medals on international weightlifting competitions. So there was controversy behind that. But let me tell you why this person was able to win the case. Laurel went before the International Olympic Committee and the International Weightlifting Federation. And because of the fact that Laurel suppressed the testosterone level days before or for a specific period of time before the event, that person was able to remain the winner. So they do go through some sort of procedure to say that it's a fair, playing field when it comes to that.
There's no pride in this. If you're gonna go and you have the strength of a man, because you never lose your strength. Okay, and you're gonna go play with a whole bunch of women that you're way stronger than, or and then you're gonna win. It's like you come and play with my kids and then you win. What's the pride in this?
Okay, now that's my point. Okay, why don't you just compete with men? Period. If you are men, why don't you just compete?
They don't feel like
some of them did and they lost. The swimmer. There's the swimmer.
They don't
Oh,
see
for real.
themselves as
Remember
men.
the swimmer? There's one of them. She's a swimmer. I mean, I don't know. I'm saying she, but whatever.
Yeah, you
The
refer to them
swimmer,
as she.
compete with men, lost, and then she transitioned to, the woman. But
And then what happened?
and then what happened? People complain, people do things. But I have two daughters. Obviously, we know where I stand on that thing. It's not even a discussion. But
Where do you stand?
if I would have to play, and Anderson, just to put you on the right track, I don't know how it is in Florida, but where I am, you don't even have to have surgery. You can just say you feel like a woman. For real. Like Stanley, tell them.
Such a lie.
Yeah, it's listen,
I-
listen. It's New England. New England is very liberal, and like
Listen.
you said,
You
you
can
know.
say I feel like a woman, and then that's all you need to do. Because
So why they don't
actually
compete in the dog competition?
Listen, I coach my kids, and I remember one of the games against them. Like I said, I got two daughters playing soccer. A little boy was on the field on the other team, and I'm like, what the? I went back to my coach because it was a lot of us. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, and then there's nothing you can say. You see what I'm saying? So you don't even have to go to surgery and stuff. But just
No, but I think
Mhm.
Richard said something very interesting, because we're talking about the physical ability and the physical part of it, the physical strength, but there's something in sport where you have the confidence. You're talking about the mental state of it, right? So let's say right now, like you said, also I have two daughters that play basketball, but if I show up and I'm gonna play with a whole bunch of 11 years old, the confidence that I have alone I'll probably just win the game.
I don't know if the producer can find the boxing match during the Olympics. Did you guys see that? The
Yes,
Italian
that
girl
lady
was
cried.
running?
She got hit the
Yeah.
first punch she got
Oh
hit
my-
with. She cried and said she
Did you-
quit.
I
She said,
don't
"I
know
have
if they
never
can
been
find
hit like
that-
this
that-
in my whole life by another woman." And come to find out, that woman was a man.
Yes. You see, but
Yeah.
again, like
So-
Stanley, go ahead. I mean, like,
Yeah, well, so yeah, I was talking about the mental aspect of it, but it's a very complex issue and it's a very sensitive issue. But I think our current president right now took a resolution to make it more simpler for everybody, and that's all it is until the next episode. That's all I can
until
say.
another Democrat came along, huh?
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
because Anderson, to be honest, to play devil's advocate, right? I saw a documentary about those things, and unfortunately, I don't know if it's from the parents and stuff. Some kids actually do have some
Mental
mental
issues.
state where they kind of feel like that, like, I mean, what do you do if you have a little boy who's playing with doll and
Yeah, there's no
embrace
doubt
that kind
about
of
it,
thing? So what I'm saying is we can sit here and say that, but as a parent, I'm not in that situation. Yeah, am I happy? Yeah, because I have two daughters. But on the other flip side, I'm sure there's some people who might be really struggling with that situation. You see what I'm saying? Like, we might be sitting up here and like joke or say things like that, but it might be like actually a problem.
Okay, then guess
You
what
see what I'm
happened?
saying?
Then guess what?
I'm not.
Okay, my point is, that's fine. Just like I said, I don't really care. Okay, then if that's the case, create a sports for transgender. Now transgender only. Simple as that. So guess what? If you wanna be, if now just like the same way, like female sports, male sport, not transgender sport. Simple as that. Then nobody can talk.
I agree.
The other
I agree
team,
with you.
the other part can
Give them-
complain. Won't complain.
Yeah, give them their own league.
That's it.
You see what
They
I mean?
need to.
So
Nobody gonna give them the only. Create your own league.
No, as a matter of fact, if you have the right money, you create a transgender league. You'll be a billionaire before you know it.
I doubt it.
All right. So there's
I
so
doubt
much
it.
more that we can say about this topic, and as Mano mentioned, there's definitely two sides to the equation.
When I see those dog competition, I want to see one of them say, I feel like to be a dog today. And they go compete with the dog. See how that works out.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. Blondie, showing off that
Are we
G-Wagon.
really gonna talk about this girl?
We are. Then let's go ahead and watch the video
Jesus
where she
Christ.
mentions her purchase. She's so pretty, isn't she?
No, I did not pay
Mali.
cash. I paid 250.
Fais-moi choix.
I paid to G-Wagon.
Oui.
The G-Wagon is 290. You keep saying 230.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, excuse me.
No, I did not pay
Mali.
cash. I paid 250.
Fais-moi choix.
I paid to excuse me.
That's
I
a
paid
$60,000
240 cash
mistake.
and I'm financing 50. Wè G-Wagon m'a
paid
pou
240
kondual
cash
kote
and
$268,000. Mwen ale chèk mwen $268,000 mbay dealer.
Now, qu'est-ce I wouldn't believe that.
All right. So there's definitely
All right.
two different sides to the story.
No, there's no two different sides. It's only one side because one person. It's like
Well, first we heard 240, then 268.
Yes.
Nonetheless,
Regardless.
the purchase was done. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yo, listen. Women, you know what? To me, there's nothing there for me to talk about. I'm a business.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like, there's nothing there for me to talk about.
nothing
First of all,
Uh,
what am I gonna say? I mean, first of all, I don't know what she does for a living. Only one thing I know about.
Listen.
I believe she does like
Listen.
she sell product to 10 people that black that want to be white. I believe that's all I know she does. Like you know,
Anyway,
she can like you know like
listen.
as far as I'm concerned, that's on the real color. I mean, like the product that she used in her to be whatever, not white.
Listen,
I mean,
listen. I don't know the woman. I probably respect her because she must work hard or be very smart to a certain level to be able to get those kind of cash and buy those type of cars. The only thing I will say is in that show, our job is to educate people.
well,
Is it the right move or is it the wrong move? That's all I'm interested in. I mean, what she does, I'm very happy for her. She's obviously successful because I'm not a hater. I like to know what she's doing. I like to do it too.
Well, you
Yeah,
can.
right. Yeah, like
She sell product to make people to black people that want to be white. I'm serious. That's what she does. I'm serious. That's what she promote online.
listen,
She got
regardless of
cream.
what
You put on you, and then from black to
She's very
white.
smart.
Look, at the end of the day, everyone
listen, regardless of what she's selling, I mean, you could be selling anything. There's
She's
marketing,
successful.
there's marketing, there's business, there's a lot of things that go around it, right? Like you said, Greg, I don't know who she is. I've never heard of who she was until the producer mentioned it recently. But you know, and you also mentioned that you know, we should educate people. We don't have the full picture of her financial situation to actually make, you know, a full, you know, like comment on basically is it a good move? Is it the wrong move?
Yeah.
In general, some people might say maybe it's not the right move. Maybe you might want to go about it, how you finance it differently. But the whole conversation to me feels like new money, you know, cash on hand, talking about G-Wagon that I put 290, 230, right? I think is, I don't know. It's not something for
It's
me.
kind of low in a way.
But guess
Yeah,
what?
it's not
At the
something for
same
me to
time,
talk about.
at the same time as well, don't get me, just guys. But I understand that. But meanwhile, there is a big mistake right here that we need to, because our show is to educate people. Just like we said, like Mano says it right. We have to educate people. Us as savvy business people, we cannot let this slide. I don't care about that part, blah, 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 anything. Only one thing I'm concerned about, the education part, you understand, when it's come to somebody telling you they spent $260-something thousand, $240,000 in a depreciated asset.
correct. The moment you drive off the lot.
Do you understand? I believe that's where we're gonna keep the conversation going, and we're not gonna let it slide. So go ahead.
It's one thing that she wanted to purchase it, and by paying cash, you avoid interest, finance charges, etc. But that amount is a significant amount, and a lot of people are saying that could have gone into real estate, that could have gone into the stock market. It could have been used to yield profits instead of putting that much money, as you stated, into a depreciating asset.
Okay, like Stanley said, Stanley said earlier, you don't have her full financial picture. We don't know how much money she has. And you know how long she's been waiting to get that car.
There are people who are millionaires. There are people who are millionaires. They are driving Toyotas.
Dude,
That's
listen.
I'm just saying, it doesn't just because you have it doesn't mean that you need to put that much cash towards
That's what
it.
she wants.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. Everyone is entitled to do what they want with their money.
That's what you desire. That's what you really want to.
No.
But we're taking her out. We're talking about
anybody.
education.
We take her out
We
of
take
it.
her out.
Exactly.
That's like I
We're
said.
not talking about her.
We're not talking about her anymore.
Right.
Okay, we're not talking about her.
Good.
We're gonna talk about smart people now, the way smart
No,
people should
what
do
do you
smart
mean?
things. Listen to me, because guess what? You see what you just said right now? To me, don't make no sense. You see, you know what the main thing in this country, you know, that's one thing people lacked of in this country, inside the United States of America. Financial literacy.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
I agree with that.
And it's not easy. Financial literacy is not easy. It's not something black people are really savvy about. Because they do not teach that in the school, majority of those public school, especially in just like in those, in there, just like, you know,
Well,
like
recently,
Let's not say just like people.
no, no.
A lot of us.
Listen,
No. But
listen.
recently, financial literacy has been added, and it is a requirement for graduation.
But guess what? Now.
That's good.
But let me tell you this. I went to school in the ghetto. There is no such thing as financial literacy.
It wasn't there.
None
back
of
then.
these things. How can I lie to myself?
Yeah,
But pendant ce temps, toute l'autre l'école, t'as comme des gars de côté blanc, yo, côté juif, yo, côté indien, yo, Chinese, yo, it was never negotiated. They always have financial literacy.
How do you know that?
Oh,
I want to know.
parce que
Yeah,
malaka,
their curriculum is
parce
that.
que
Their curriculum is
parce que
different.
malaka moun sa yo.
Maybe.
Hey, and guess what? Guess what? Uka well too. Look at the way they act and look at the way that we act.
Let me ask you a question. When you came here in 1990, you came in this country.
Yeah.
You were going to school. By the time you hit 18, how many people that you know that was around you in your entourage that I told you, listen, your credit is very important. Real estate is very important. I mean, it's a very liquidative asset that trying to get into it. Nobody.
Okay.
Exactly.
I understand. That's exactly my point.
So that's all a part of financial
That's my
literacy.
point.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
That's
is
my
that-
point.
What I'm saying
Okay,
is that
let's go back. Let's try now. Because we want people to understand and learn, okay, from the situation. From what you said before. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Anybody, okay, that have knowledge, well educated when it's come to financial, can tell you that. Any baby that know about business, that know how the financial system work, especially in the United States of America, will tell you that would be a dumbass move somebody could make. Doesn't matter how much money you have. How much money you have don't have nothing to do with you putting all this cash in a depreciating asset. Automatically you do that. Let me tell you this. Nobody gonna do business with you as a savvy investor. Nobody. Because let me tell you something. You have to understand when it's come to cash. When it's come to money. Every time. When it's come to depreciating asset, you need to have a depreciating asset first to cover your depreciating asset. So that way your money always working. So you don't even feel that because right now, $260,000 that you put is gone, done, ever. You will never see again, never work. That money is gone. You understand? Because you're buying what? A depreciating asset. Let me give you an example. I have a G-Wagon. I would not buy a G-Wagon if I cannot afford buying 20 G-Wagon. You see? And here's a funny thing.
That's you. I don't agree with that.
No, that was gonna be my point. Like, obviously I work in wealth management. I have clients that makes quite a bit of money, and there's people that have been making that quite a bit of money for a very long time. You're talking about 10, 15 years, right? And they're only making some financial move and getting certain type of assets or maybe some type of luxury items only now, right? Because what happened is that when you look at their investment account, and you look at everything, the way everything is set up, you know, everything is the way it's supposed to be, and say, now I can go and splurge on something else.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. You see, that's go ahead, Mano.
I don't know what type of assets she has. Like,
No, listen, remember, we're not talking about her.
We're not talking about her.
We're talking about normal people.
Stop saying.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's at the same time too. I'm not telling anybody you can buy a G-Wagon, but I believe the bad move is putting down $260,000. That's the bad move. Buying a G-Wagon, if you like it, if you can afford the payment, if you can, I will buy a house or something, rent it, wait 4 or 5 years, see how that go. Then if the house is rent, I can make a little money out of it. Maybe I go buy a G-Wagon. Hey. The house can pay for the G-Wagon, something like that.
Now here's
but that's me.
Yeah, but let me tell you this. And I want all young people that's watching the show, or people that don't know how the financial system works. I want you to understand one thing. You see, the biggest problem of people with money, like for example, I'm not gonna use myself. Let's say for example, Mano, for example, have, let's say, $300,000 in cash. You know the biggest problem Mano have? The biggest problem Mano have is because that money is in cash.
That's right.
Then you're gonna cost Stanley.
Now, Mano biggest problem. Why? Mano biggest problem is that money in cash. You know why? Because Mano know as long that money is in cash in his hand, that money don't mean jack. Yeah. Mano's job right now, his pressure is to turn that money into asset as soon as possible, and not any type of asset. Asset that have what? Values that's gonna bring what? Interest. You see? Yeah. So practically.
Or maybe he could be looking for a good time and he goes to the club and start popping bottles.
That's right.
But Stanley would not let him do that again. Stanley would not let him do that.
Yeah, and here's a funny thing. And here's a funny thing. And here's another thing. We see, anybody that have money, you know the first thing that they have in their life? A financial advisor. That's when I know.
Does that mean she doesn't have one?
We're not talking about her. Leave her.
We're not talking about the woman. We're talking about normal people. We're talking about mistake we don't want people to make. That's it. Like, for example, Son is a financial advisor. You understand? That's why me and him, beside the show, we're good friends. Because because there's always things in the financial system that's always changing.
And you take advice for free.
And
I thought
I don't get advice for free.
I thought we were friends because we like each other. Getting advantage of.
But listen,
taken advantage of.
Then he has to see. I mean, you can win with black people. That's about right. Well, we can win with black people. Imagine that. Now, but here's one thing. You see, we have to let people understand. And here's a funny thing. You see that kind of money, there's places that I would call Son and say, listen, this is what I want that money to do. And then guess what happened? I can go buy two G-Wagon and no money. I'm paying it every month. No money come out of my pocket.
Yeah, but how do you know she doesn't have 10 times that money to buy 10?
Who's talking about her? I thought you said we're not.
Well, you're right.
Well, no, yeah.
Next subject.
I think what we're basically saying is that, and that's why I made the comment of new money earlier, because what happened is that there's different behaviors of different people that have different type of money, right? And some people, it's a standard, you know, in the neighborhood they live, the type of lifestyle, the type of activity, extracurricular activity. They either golf, they either, you know, going on private jets and going to different places. It seems absolutely normal to have those kind of activities, right? But there's certain people, it's like, you know, let me give you an example. I met someone, you know, that sent to my office, and I was sitting with him, and he basically said, hey, I'm an electrician, and I sued this company because I got electrocuted And then, you know, I got awarded $300,000. It's quite a bit of money, you know. So, but the thing is that he said, you know, I'm probably not going to be working and not going in that field for a long time. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I don't have a place to live. You know, and then I want to take care of my mother. So by the
So
time
he got $3 million?
300,000.
300,000.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
By the
But
time
he
we
got $3
finish our
million
convers-
problem.
Listen, by the time
Yeah.
we finish our conversation, I said, my friend, thank you very much for stopping by my office, but
There's nothing I can do for you.
There's nothing left that I can help you with.
Yeah,
right?
that's-
yeah.
And
yeah.
and-
So that's the difference between someone that already have a standard and have like a special skill that can generate income or have strong saving that just got awarded 300,000 versus someone that has nothing and got awarded $300,000.
Okay, now you see what Stanley says is the key. You see, and I see it all the time. Same thing. I see, like I have some client of mine. They listen, hey, you know what? I'm gonna buy this, buy some crypto. They purchase it. They make like $500,000, or some of them make $1 million. But they forgot they make that $1 million. In their mind, they think they are a millionaire. But they forgot that they only make that money by luck and by investment in short-term investment, meaning the capital gain is 50%. But in their mind, they think they're millionaire. They don't understand the capital gain. They're gonna pay half of it, so they really have $500,000, and then they have to pay taxes on the top of it. After they pay taxes of it, then they're gonna lose another 20-25%.
And that's where again
short-term,
you go back
short-term
to
capital gain is basically taxed at
Correct.
income,
Correct.
your income tax bracket.
You understand? You see, now when you have that, you see the problem. Peut-être ça, moun yo pas jamais comprendre, man. For you to really, that's a good element. M'a gade décider bagay moun a fait baka comprendre, man. If you do not have a machine or a company that's working, that give you steady income, you have to be careful when you have some money in your hand.
Or a special skill.
Parce que peut-être something back out in the data, parce que that level is, I cannot even comprehend it because me, I know as a person, I know how I work. I gotta work. I have to build things in not invest in companies in DR, Colombia, inside the US. And those things, you have to make sure that the company is working, the company is making money. That means you are building something. But you don't have an actual business. It's not like, well, doesn't matter if it's real estate, doesn't matter if it's construction, doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have a product, that's I always tell people, find a product to sell. You understand? Super bon produit qu'on a vendre.
You gonna produit la vendre? La vendre crème.
He's speaking in general.
But
okay, we could go on all night about this topic.
But so listen, people. Like, by the way, you know what? Smart people.
No, it's not smart people.
People think smart. People think smart.
There it is.
There's nothing smart about that move. Please don't do it.
We need good people with
you better constantly.
All right, rapidement.
Okay, so we're gonna move on because we have a music artist in the house with us, Kenny Desmangles, a legend who has a music video that came out and a song called Vaccin. Let's go ahead and watch the video.
What is it? Coronavirus?
It's a baby.
That's right. That's right. I can see it. Let me see it.
Bonjour, comment vas-tu? Ouais, excusez-moi ce que moi écrit. Ma fait pour me faire crier, chier, clos dans les yeux. Dis-moi, côté rouillé, est-ce que c'est vérité d'entendre pas marié? Moi, pas ta souhaité, c'est vrai, chérie. Ton petit moi, c'est menti. Parce que si ça t'avait pas vivre, c'est pas la sonde qui te vit. Je dis à me confesser, pas que yon envie, c'est yon pandémie. Puis comme maladie, c'est où qui se guérison, pour que c'est l'anti-poison, pour c'est seul, pas simple, une prévention. Parce que si ça t'a fait pas vivre, c'est pas la sonde qui te vide. Maladie, ça trop pour moi. J'ai eu besoin de vaccin. To my life. Si l'amour à zéro, tout pas de champagne, viens t'amuser la concert. C'est souffrance tous les jours, je suis malheureux sans toi. Qu'on y a me réaliser, son plat qui reste à tailler. C'est où t'es bon pour moi, pas de quitter ou aller. T'as jamais fini en blanc. Oh Dieu, notre dans quel souper, changer l'idée. Oh, retourner sous moi. Oh l'éternel t'en prie. Oh Dieu, notre dans quel souper, changer l'idée. Changer l'idée. Oh, pas de champagne, viens t'amuser la concert. C'est souffrance tous les jours, je suis malheureux sans toi. Qu'on y a me réaliser, son plat qui reste à tailler. C'est où t'es bon pour moi, pas de quitter ou aller. T'as jamais fini en blanc. Oh Dieu, notre dans quel souper, changer l'idée. Retourner sous moi. Oh l'éternel t'en prie. Oh Dieu, notre dans quel souper, changer l'idée. Mais elle tourne pour moi. Baby come back to my life. Chérie, tournez mon âme dans ses vacances. I like jazz
We ready? Et oui, mesdames et messieurs, et comme nous sommes là, et une très belle vidéo avec Kenny Demang. Et bon, pendant ça, t'as pas musique là, belle en pile.
Yes.
Mais on va dire plus belle la musique là. Ça me dit, pendant ça, nous avons Black Dada là, tout, et un gros artiste, et ça me dit Kenny Demang. Regardez, à ça là, nous mauvais. À ça, nous mauvais. Black Dada et Kenny Demang. Et nous allons parler à Kenny Demang avant parce que mon cher, on est pas ce sont gros artistes, monsieur. And too bad. Dans la communauté haïtienne, non, ils ont mis ensemble avant. Et même nous dire, il n'y a pas jamais fait bagaille. Tout bagaille qui fait, il fait à l'envers, tête en bas. Ils ont mis ensemble avant because I just could not understand. Et moi, je me souviens longtemps. Longtemps. Ils ont mis ensemble avant. Et monsieur fait plus le monde fait. Il y a des gens qui pensent que c'est chanter ça, monsieur compositeur tout.
Nice.
Et monsieur compose musique pour un pile artiste.
Okay.
C'est un gros musicien haïtien gagné, moi-même gars dit. Et soit à côté de moi ensemble, monsieur a un talent extraordinaire. But for some reason, soit à côté de moi ensemble, moi marqué et c'est pas talent dans la communauté haïtienne ça, c'est pas talent, ça veut dire parce qu'on a un talent, ça veut dire qui ça? Ça veut dire que et you appreciate it now. I guess, je ne sais pas fonctionner because I'm not a musician. I'm just like, just someone qui observe. Et soit à côté de moi ensemble. Parce que moi, marqué, you ne pas toujours dire, je ne pas comprendre. Et imaginez, regardez talent, regardez talent Kenny, l'autre regardez T-Vice, c'est un talent. Do you understand? So ça veut dire qu'après cette, when it comes to music, you can see it's day and night. Et soit à côté de moi ensemble. But guess what? Ou regarder, ou voir succès que tu vas faire comparativement avec Fago 9, qui était dans Fago 9, qui était passé dans Zinglin tout. Et soit, mais qui est passé dans tout gros jazz.
Okay.
Et soit samedi là, et pour passer dans gros jazz haïtien, il fort bon. Et soit à côté de moi ensemble, fort bon. Pour on n'est pas, même pour on est campé devant Zinglin, fort bon. Et soit ça va dire que c'est musicien, oui. Et soit à côté de moi ensemble. So, nous avons un peu de respect pour lui. Non, pour carrière musicale. I wish Haïtien te ba yo pas chanter à Haïtien pas abnormal people. I wish they were more normal people. Things like that. Retourne là. Retourne là. So, on that aspect, I wish it was different. It's what could be. Parce que monsieur un talent extraordinaire. Point blank. Et vidéo, regardons vidéo. Et m'a entendu musique là, entendu lyrics yo. On prend Black Dada là, tu as entendu des lyrics ouais, musique là gen fond. Et soit à côté de ça, but même les moi-même c'est moi-même qui bat injection but. Mais avec encore tout, you know pas moi marqué dans vidéo. Gardons femme. Monsieur pas prend femme blanc. Il pas prend il pas prend on femme light skin. Il prend belle femme belle créole haïtienne. Chez les femmes, on a toute vidéo à papa. Et partie plus belle là, c'est les femmes dans retirer là-dessus pour mettre l'autre là. Bon, ça c'est moi-même, c'est opinion pas. Ok, même tout le monde regarde vidéo à j'ai moi-même, même partie ça bon en pile. Mais ouais, son musique qui est fond. Et soit à côté de moi ensemble. So, on passe rapidement ensemble avec Kenny Demang. Welcome Kenny Demang. Ça a fait base.
Yo, ça a fait Ben. Thank you, man, for having me. It's a pleasure for me to be here finally. Not sure.
I know.
It's a bel show. Bon, one salute déjà. You guys are like family to me.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Black Dada.
Yeah.
That I finally just met.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I have a lot of love and respect for what you've
done,
what you have accomplished.
Nah, you too as well.
You made us all proud, man. You know, it's a pleasure.
I appreciate
for me to be here with you tonight.
I appreciate
it. So, nous sommes là, man. Et content avec Abel Loulou. Right?
Non. Ok, papa dit on s'est belle. Nous-mêmes musiciens, frère, moi-même, Même musicien, mon Dieu fait là, on met au chita. Il y a des garçons là, il y a des garçons qui chita. Il y a des loulous pour contre lui. Regardez Black Dada. Mon Black Dada, vous pouvez dire, ou même, qui sont dit? Hein? Ok. Et bon, next même Boston, But now listen, Kenny, what's going on with you? I know just vous font très belle vidéo et tout ça. I mean, like lately, what have you been doing? Ça a fait. How you see avec votre qui j'en ouais et développement et dit et musique haïtienne ces jours-ci et ça depuis après pandémie qui j'en ouais bagay yo evolve. I mean like in where you fit yourself in the whole changes.
Well, I mean, you know, there's a lot of changes depuis après pandémique là. Réseaux sociaux ont changé ba yo en pile. There are a lot of new artists qui ont venu, un paquet de jeunes qui émergent dans le business là. Moi-même, personnellement, je fais lay back, je fais step back for maybe a couple of years. I take care of some personal businesses. But once again, you know, moun qui fanatique moi, moun qui proche moi, they call for it again parce que ils disent que bon, faut pas arrêter de trop parce que dans le business pas nous, l'on fait trop de temps dehors, you can oublier rapide. Et for what I represent, et ça que me bail moun déjà en termes de librairie. First of all, faut me remercier parce que vous se barre introduction, on des bagages là qui vraiment touché mon cœur. Et malheureusement, j'en dis, et dans l'industrie pas nous, il pas quoi le constat de côté. Mais dans l'industrie pas nous, il y a de leur monde overlook on série des bagages. Assez souvent, j'en dis, c'est pas pure talent, c'est pas vraiment 100% talent qui arrive faire succès au sommet. Moi-même, je me considère I'm a successful artist dans tout aspect. Est-ce que je suis plus loin comparing to certain other artists based on the talent that I have? Yes. But je fais succès assez de 509 zones, you know, les Anglais, et quelques Kenny when I moved back to Haiti, et pour me retourner ici. Et business a changé un peu. Là où il lève, quand il y a la business plus sur les réseaux sociaux. Comme si on artiste yes sir. You artist.
On va finir.
Okay.
To your point.
Yeah, you artist for you got to build your fan base on social media.
Yeah.
When you build that from scratch, and then you have a large following, by having easy go. Moi-même, I'm from the old school. When there was no social media. So, pour on temps, jeune artiste qui vient là, c'est plus facile pour eux. Et ça fait comme si vous regardez un jeune artiste, il pas grand pile talent et vous c'est lui même qui fait la une, c'est lui qui populaire parce qu'il a construit un fan base. So and by win easy pour lui. So now business a changé un pile. C'est streaming, longtemps pas tu gagne faire CD là, on n'a pas gagné CD encore. Il faut faire musique là, vous vendez on social media, it's a lot of streamings, c'est ça qui compte, c'est comme ça vous faire corbeau. Il faut vendre tout, faut vous savez des bagages créer dans les réseaux sociaux. Il y a des next buzz you fait, des bagages qui nothing, absolutely nothing to do with music. So il y a des artistes comme il y a des bagages m'a regarder dans les réseaux sociaux, moi ridiculous, something ridicule pour pas faire des bagages on pas attirer fans. But you got to get with the program so voulez stay relevant and stay competing. You feel me? So this is how
Mano,
Kenny, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I know you're a big artist. I know the name. I know you, songwriter. You know, you've been to big band and everything.
Thank you.
One thing I never know, like you said, especially you said you were out of the scene for a couple of years. I like to know more about kind of like your background, meaning how do you started? Where do that love for music came from?
Okay.
Where do you from in Haiti? What was your friend? Who do you keep contact with? I mean, you know, like Reginal. Bon, I see him sometimes because I know we got friend. I got a friend who's friend with him. Next to that, you know, that's kind of like their background. I never kind of get a chance to. I'm very happy you're here because I never really get a chance to know about that from you.
Okay.
You know, so basically, where did that came from? How do you decide to become a musician? What happened?
Well, I was born in Cap Haitian.
Okay.
In the north of Haiti. That's where I was born. And music was part of our everyday life. At my house, I grew up with my grandmother. She loved music. And Cap Haitien, son côté, it's very diverse. There's a lot of radio stations playing different type of music when I was growing up. Whether it was like compa, chansonnette, les dimanches, reggae, gen des jours c'est musique américaine qui a joué. So it was very, very mixed au Cap Haitien. And plus,
en pile septembre, en pile Tropicana.
Voilà, I was gonna get to that. I was about to say, plus, nous avons deux plus grands orchestres au Cap qui c'est Tropicana, septembre. La caille, moi, my mother and my aunties, fanatic septembre. Papa, Tropicana.
Tropicana.
Le carnaval, Kala divisé. You understand? I grew up on that. But at the age of like 14, 15, I moved to the United States.
Gotcha.
I moved to New York. Okay. That's where I went to high school. That's where I went to college. And then in New York, where my mother used to take us to church every Sunday. Because at that time, Haïtien pas vraiment en pile. Comme s'il involved. So c'est dans l'église pour nous venir nous retrouver, non? You get connected with your fellow Haitians. So là, taking choir, capture music, etc. And I was part of that. And when it was like Easter Sunday or Christmas, they would have like different activities for the kids. So remember, I was a kid then. So they would have like dance parties, like comme si tu fais pour after church.
So Simon, yeah.
Simon, so I would be performing there, singing, dancing. They used to call me, should I say that because that guy over here, they used to call me El Cool K because at the time, that was the time when El Cool K from
El Cool K.
El Cool K.
El Cool K.
Parce que El Cool J. After El Cool J. So it was the time when it was about new editions, you know, El Cool J, Cool Modi, all that. It was the rap scenes and the R&B. I was more interested in that. A young kid come from Haiti, in New York, so they connected on that. So I was trying to be cool, you know, couldn't pass in high school. Like, yo, L, what's up? You know, you know.
This the reason why the dudes speak that booty on. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where, and then I got discovered there. As a young kid singing, people started seeing me. From that point on, in New York, my first big band was New York All Stars.
Wow.
But beside all the little things that I used to do, like we used to have like college nights where a bunch of us, the kids, we form a band in Haitian clubs. So that's where all that started. And then the New York All Stars, which was my first big band that I really went into a studio and recorded my first album and made my first hit. And that there I started producing too. I realized that I could produce. So on that album, they produce like 5, 6 music, and I got my biggest hit there, my first biggest hit, and I wrote another hit for the other singer Armstrong Jones qui était avec moi. And then it went on and on. From that point on, New York All Stars, in Miami, for 509, Zinglin, etc.
Now, we're gonna get so Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
No. I was paying close attention and no questions yet, but it's very interesting story. And I know the artists, big time artists, and a lot of respect, lot of love.
Now, listen, me, I always look at everything in a business perspective. Like, and then for example, I'm looking at Black Dada for himself. Like, when I first came here when I was 14, and already that's me. Okay, so I knew when it's come to Haitian, if I really want to be financially stable or really successful, or to say, you know what, I'm gonna break the poverty circle that I came from, I know Haitian was not the path for me. And thank God I made
you
that.
were the musician.
Now listen to me. Now you, a guy with talent, great talent, and where that when it's come to music, I see there is no limitation once you have the talent. And why? Instead of following where I would say through the talent and then don't look at the financial aspect first and to say, you know what? I see all these Haitians that have been singing in Okap. They haven't done anything really to be financially free or, I mean, like something to show for. But why go into the Haitian instead of the American industry? Because based on what you just say, you were young. So it's not like you came in when you were old. So basically you were young. So you kind of evolve in the American as well, because you said like you used to listen to American music, things like that. But what made you choose Haitian? Take your chances in the Haitian music industry instead of the American. Why?
Good question. Thank you for this question. Yes, you're right. When I got here and I started getting influenced by the American music, and I started getting interested in that, I started doing R&B.
Okay.
But because of sometimes your circle and your entourage where you grew up, and the love of country and the love of your culture, that can play a major part on that.
Okay.
I started working with this person named Papa Jube.
Okay.
He's a family to Wycliffe.
Yeah.
And I met Wycliffe through him. Okay. And he actually we both like grew up in Manhattan, because I've lived in Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's where I went to high school and college. That's where I lived.
Yeah.
So I started taking that direction, going into the American music business, which is not quite easy too. Because remember, I'm a young Haitian, and there are thousands of other American born that's trying to break through the AMI market as well. So that guy was trying to mentor me to go that direction that you say, because he created a label himself. He got me signed on it, and then we started working on music, but American music.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm in a Haitian household, I'm going to church with, with Haitian friends. In my school, I'm at the Haitian group. Haitian groups and the Haitian club, because all the high schools or colleges had Haitian clubs. You should know that, right? So the love of my music, it's in my blood. So I started, instead of going that direction, my music took me to Haitian directions, you understand, with all my friends. If I had like other mentors, like I was hanging out with a lot of Americans, maybe I'd have stick to that direction and go all the way.
If that was a do-over.
If I wanted to do like
if it was a do-over, which direction would you take?
I would take the American directions, because there with just one single you become a multimillionaire.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Because now Black Dada, Black Dada, like I said that because I'm looking at Black Dada, for example. He's Haitian.
Yes,
he's Haitian American, or American first, Haitian second. But when I'm looking at Black Dada,
Haitian.
Okay, where même nèg go cap you. Ouais, même nèg boy. Par exemple, regardez monsieur tout, nèg go cap qui saute dans tout. Look at them. I mean like
no women there too.
Okay, yeah, we know that. That's why you're sitting where you at. But listen to this now. Doesn't matter. With one song, people are going to keep talking about Black Dada for the rest of their life, because he did something that and even Haitians have been doing music for years have never done.
Right.
With one music.
Different market.
You understand? Different market. But guess what? Before Mokap, now back questions to you. Why did you go that route? Why you did not go sing like in Tropicana? Why you did not do singing?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like
like
this. So first and foremost, nobody knows the pure direction of life, period, no matter what it is.
Okay.
The talent that you have is drive and women. Okay, we all know that. Drive got you to where you was at because you didn't want to be, you saw certain Haitian in a certain environment and you wanted to be better than that. So drive became your talent. You know what I'm saying? He was raised in the church just like I was. I took opera in college. A lot of people don't know that. I played classical piano, played the trumpet. It's music was part of me. The Haitian community, I was here since I was 7 years old. So it was not easy for me to tell them I wanted to do music. I remember in high school, oh, Davidson, qui sont pas faire l'école and this and that. I said, I want to do music. My sisters want to be nurses and stuff like that. Nobody paid me no attention. So can you imagine if I had the support, even though God gave me a successful song that represented our country and, you know, the nation, whatever it is, but if I had the support that I needed prior, it could have been that times 10.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because I don't know this market, any Haitian that comes to America don't know any market. It's sink or swim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even for him, when you're in the moment, nobody sees what you potentially can be.
Yeah.
Unless you find somebody who decides, listen, I'm gonna back you up the whole 9 yards. I didn't have none of that.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, because of the lack of experience, I jumped in a situation into bed with somebody, a label that didn't have experience either. But I thought because they had money and I'm the only artist, it should be successful. Yeah. And I didn't pay attention to the character who was running the label, what kind of flaws or anything like that, which I'm grateful because without them as well, it wouldn't have, Amazon would never be where it's at right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, it took team effort.
Yeah.
But I could say right now, if I could do the Haitian market, I would. The only thing is our Haitian community, nous susu en pile. Okay. When I say nous susu, it's like you said, there's so many different people who have talent. Why aren't they out there compared to some of these bands that quote unquote may not have enough talent? It's because once we get to a certain level, we don't want nobody surpassing us. When you come to the United States, how many Haitians could you say was in the American market doing big other than Wyclef?
Yeah.
It was nobody else.
Nobody
else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, I'm, nothing against Wyclef or whatever it is. Sometimes people don't understand that if God placed you in a position to open doors, you open the doors. Yeah. In our Haitian community, when we get in position.
Does that include Wyclef?
I'm not, if that's
I
what you
ask a question. Does that include him?
Possibly. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what he could have done or what he couldn't have done. Yeah. You know why? Because at night he sleeps.
One thing that you know he did not.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Thank God I came in. What I did it myself. Because listen, there was Haitian DJs who turned my music down.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of Haitian DJs who turned my music down. The song was on a CD with a bunch of other music that you guys have not heard of me yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the only one, but it's because I hung around. I went to 4 different high schools: Dillard, BA, Stranahan, South Plantation. Yeah. And Haitians were getting terrorized. Yeah. But because of the relationship playing basketball, it made sense. I didn't say I'm a Haitian. I didn't say I had a cousin who came out of prison. But sometimes to be successful, you have to take elements to realize what's going to make sense. The same way when you're doing real estate, you can look at a property and tell, okay, in this area, the comps in this area, the type of damage, whatever it is, I can see success coming. So what I do is I do the same thing. My cousin came out of prison. He had a big Haitian tattoo on his chest. I'm like, damn, I don't have no tattoos, right? But I could tell a story. I said, you know what, tattooed on my chest? I'm like, okay, cool. I seen a lot of Haitians fighting for freedom. Yeah. But some of my mentors growing up, they had don't Chevys, big drug dealers, because Haitians look like we couldn't make money. But when they started making money and started driving don't Chevys, it became a thing. So I told the story of the process of seeing Haitians coming out of being tried in the whole 9 yards through my eyes and through my music. Yeah. And it was a blessing. Now, do I have other music that can surpass that? I have hella music. Unfortunately, I went to Haiti one time, and Shunmas, I did 300,000 people. I had 4 other songs I wanted to perform. My Haitian people didn't care about any other music that I had.
But Amazon.
Oh, listen, I started singing my other songs before I do Amazon to finish off.
Yeah.
No, my music side to women. Bro, and I performed that song like 6 times back to back. And I'm grateful for it.
Yeah.
I did the concert, but I realized I'm like, okay, if I know that they're not going to listen to these other songs, then I have to find a creative way to sing Amazo 4 times and make them like it.
I can relate.
So in between every song, I stopped everybody. I take one shoe off. You want this shoe? Da, 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 da. Scream the loudest on the left side. They do it. I throw the shoe. By the end of the show, I had no clothes on. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to find creative ways to surpass. So one time I went to New York, all the bands were sitting around me like, Dada, how are you successful in the American market? How did you? And rest in peace, Mika Ben, he asked me the same question. We were supposed to work on a lot of stuff. And I was like, listen, we got to build our own value. The problem is we're willing to accept class. And then you have promoters, big wigs who decide, you know what? Since I can give 7,000 to this band and they'll take it because they need the money. That's the value that all bands are going to stand to now.
But you know, one thing I realized.
Amen to that, bro.
And one thing I realized, monsieur, mba kon di comprendre ça. Ouais, madame ça parler là. Do you know Stanley? Imagine on ba nan musicien, c'est le bagage, mba musicien bon. Stanley puis musicien, mais on est ancien musicien Stanley. Nemano tout, des next.
Mono Shamai?
Tous les deux next musiciens, ouais. Don't let them fool you.
Stanley Mateli?
What? But next, me, nego taking a so.
But you always around us.
Me, nego taking a so for musician. Nego musician pour être pas. But nego musician passe pour ça, you go dry, you go not dry. Oui. Et puis, ça va pas oui.
It wasn't money.
It wasn't money.
It was women.
Bye, Babu.
Non, mais cependant, les gars parlent là, monsieur. Vous connaissez tout gros artiste américain que l'aide de faire quand il écrivent Jodia. Vous connaissez son paquet haïtien qui a performé, qui a produit pour eux, qui a performé eux, qui a promoté eux, qui a managé eux, qui a discipline. Do you know that? Tout gros artiste américain qu'on ouais. Bon, ma boy, par exemple, Rick Ross, right? This guy surrounded with Haitian, of course. Haitian,
yeah.
T-Pain, Haitian,
salt and pepper, yeah.
Et soit qu'on a ensemble avant, tout next sa yo, c'est un paquet haïtien qui en dans next sa oui. Et peut-être ça tout ou vient remarquer gon, mais here's my thing. Là, je toujours dis moi-même. Dans quel que soit son faire dans la vie, vous te mettez un talent, quel que soit talent qu'on gagne. Ouais, talent is one thing. Understand, Jean, pour exposer talent son l'autre.
That's not their job. They artists. All they need is a talent. Somebody else got to do it.
Exactement. Et pendant ouais, bon exemple. Vous connaissez des nègres. Là, l'école, là, la prenne pour venir médecin. En bas, dit, il vient médecin. Il connaît pour un bon médecin. Pendant ce temps, il y a 20 cliniques. Pendant ce temps, nègre là, il même qui connaît son bon médecin, il va même pas manger. Do you understand? Because he's why. Because il get a connaît. Somebody dit qu'il fait le médecin, elle connaît l'illimité. C'est peut-être ça. Li font l'autre route. Au lieu pour lui connaître là pour la faire mettre parce qu'elle connaît il pas faire succès là-dedans. Qui ça le fait? Il utilise le title là qu'elle gagne hein? Et puis il tombe ouvert l'hôpital, il tombe fait clinique plutôt. You understand? So, and I think that's the problem ensemble avec Haïtien man. Ou connaît même tout temps après tout temps mouel. Monsieur, toute musique, toute belle musique américaine m'a regardé. C'est haïtien moi là-dedans, oui. Toute musique haïtienne, monsieur, si on a regardé Sunday, il y a des rhythm, il y a des beats qui toujours fait succès dans le bagage américain. C'est haïtien, tant que c'est haïtien, c'est musique haïtienne. Pendant ce temps, nous avons haïtien dit tout le temps, musique Iowa, pas qu'à te coffre dans l'américain. BS.
Kenny, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever do any collaboration with any other artists from any other country, like Jamaica, Spanish? Like you ever get a chance to
no,
work with any of those guys?
I had a chance to do something with an artist, with a Spanish artist, but you know, it didn't happen. But I've never done any collaboration.
Et pendant ouais ça tout le monde so que c'est chance là nous Black Dada une vidéo tout oui.
Fuck 'em.
Non mais regarde vidéo.
That's not what it's called.
That's
Fuck
what
'em.
it's called.
Qui j'ai mis sur
It's
vidéo
called
là.
It's called fuck 'em.
Fuck him.
Fuck 'em.
No, not him. Not him. Them.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Ah non mais mettre vidéo.
For you got the telephone ou si ou bagay téléphone Didi non téléphone.
Regarde vidéo ici avec vidéo Kenyan qu'est-ce qui est plus fort.
Oh no.
C'est pas qu'il s'est rien lui.
But by longtemps, let me take against that.
C'est right. Tant qu'il s'est rien lui.
Fuck 'em. All the niggas in here hating my life. Wanna see me jammed up, talking about life. Some of these hoes just ain't right. I mean, some of these hoes just ain't right. Bitch, why you hate? Bitch, why you hate? You niggas flexing on me. Musta forgot I was Haitian. Money the most, finally low. Look at my whip. You mad that you can't afford? I see a bitch looking at me like she just wanna 40 on my waist, bet you won't wanna run up. Know I hustle every day, I'm on the come up. I know the haters mad, but I be like, fuck 'em. Middle fingers in the air like, fuck 'em. Blowing to a 90 air like, fuck 'em. Some people say that I don't act right. I know the haters mad, but I be like, fuck 'em. Middle fingers in the air like, fuck 'em. Blowing to a 90 air like, fuck 'em. Some people say that I don't act right. I know them haters mad, but I be like, I really don't care if you don't like me. A lot of my dogs wanna bite me. Ain't a lot of real niggas no more. I said, ain't a lot of real niggas no more. Bitch, why you hate? Bitch, why you hate? While we niggas asleep, I'm still paper chasing. Money the most, finally low. Look at my whip, you mad that you can't afford? I see a bitch looking at me like she just wanna 40 on my waist, bet you won't wanna run up. Know I hustle every day, I'm on the come up. I know them haters mad, but I be like, fuck 'em. Middle fingers in the air like, fuck 'em. Blowing to a 90 air like, fuck 'em. Some people say that I don't act right. I know them haters mad, but I be like, fuck 'em. Middle fingers in the air like, fuck 'em. Blowing to a 90 air like, fuck 'em. Some people say that I don't act right.
Fuck 'em.
I know them haters mad, but I be like, if they ain't today, one day, fuck 'em. If they can't hold it down, then fuck 'em. Well, shit good, they come around, then fuck 'em. Middle fingers to them all like a fuck 'em. If they ain't today, one, then fuck 'em. If they can't hold it down, then fuck 'em. Well, shit good, they come around, then fuck 'em. Middle fingers to them all like a fuck 'em. Bitch, why you hate? Bitch, why you hate? You niggas flexing on me. Musta forgot I was Haitian. Money the most, finally low. Look at my whip, you mad that you can't afford? I see a bitch looking at me like she just wanna 40 on my waist, bet you won't wanna run up. Know I hustle every day, I'm on the come up. I know them haters mad, but I be like, fuck 'em. Middle fingers in the air like, fuck 'em. Blowing to a 90 air like, fuck 'em. Some people say that I don't act right.
I appreciate it.
All right, I enjoyed that video. I love the song.
Really?
I'm definitely going to blast that in my car.
Oh yeah, that was
Fuck 'em.
good. That was good.
That was good.
Not around the kids
Good.
though.
All right.
Yeah.
So we do have one more topic to discuss today. we have a certain person who's having issues because his wife sex drive is extremely high, and that is just something that he cannot handle.
Well, listen to this now.
When you take your time and it's
Which I would want to be pleasure every.
I don't like to do it every day because it means more when I take my time with it. It's more like we make love, like not every day, you know. It's more significant when you take your time and it's
Which I would want to be pleasure every day.
A lot of guys would be envious of your situation, you know.
Wait,
you got a woman who's like, hey,
did you hear people in the audience go, yeah, yeah?
You got a young lady who's like, anytime, anywhere, let's go.
Literally anywhere.
I'm not him.
You're not him. You're not that guy.
Did you know that getting into this relationship that she was kind of like that?
I wanted that, but then when she showed me, I couldn't keep up.
I just want you to hear what he says. He's like, I can't keep up with you. Has he told you that?
Poor guy.
Yes, he's told me, but I feel as if I can help him keep up. You feel me? Like,
there are things you can do to help a brother out.
Right.
I'm overwhelmed at the end of the day, dealing with business and then dealing with her. I'm overwhelmed. Some days I just want to go to sleep. I don't.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Sunday.
Sleep is
I'll call you out,
important.
Sunday. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Wow.
Well, listen, you know, there's sometime in life you have bad problem and good problem. Well, this is a situation where this guy got a good problem. It's a problem nonetheless, but he got a good problem. All right. I mean, he has a woman that has a high sex drive. And like he said, he can't keep up with it because a man got to go out there. We got to go slay the dragon, right? And we probably want to come home at some time. We're gonna relax and we're gonna chill. But hey, listen, she has a sex drive and she want to go, and he better be ready to go. Otherwise, you know what's gonna happen.
Oh man,
Manu. Parlez
that's
bien.
the other guy's thought.
Parlez bien.
I mean, I'm still thinking.
Okay. Black Dada.
Yeah. By the way, producers, I only got one angle. If you can fix the camera.
Give
me a wide view. I can't see everybody.
So my take on this situation is a problem that we all have right now. We don't take our time to get to know people for real. And even though there's a lot of jeunes gens who think they know they can handle certain things, but that's why I take my time with everything, communication, paying attention, and then just hearing the person talk, you can find out. But then life can change too. Hormones change, the whole 9 yards. Now, as a man, if that's your wife, you're going to have to learn how to keep up or meet in the middle. She's going to have to learn how to come down. He's going to have to learn how to come up. That's all it is mentally. But she, you know, a lot of women, when it comes to that, they want more out of what they want. And you got to be able to keep up with that. And if not, you know what I'm saying? You know what the result is.
Richard.
I'm still thinking.
Okay. Lulu.
Yes. Compromise.
Sometimes
she has to compromise because sometimes, like he stated, he comes home, he's tired. Look, I'm doing business, etc. That can be a deeper internal issue that she has, like some sort of stress mechanism. That's how she copes with it, or whatever it is that she's going through. But as like that I stated, then they need to come to the middle, have a conversation, and say, look, I can do this. Maybe plan a schedule or do something, but she cannot be like, oh, I want it every day, and have no consideration.
Some ice water.
I think there are several reasons a man or a woman might lose their sex drive, depending on what they do as work every day or the kind of stress that they're going through to get things going in their lives. So my take is, I think it's supposed to be a teamwork. See, mon problème, my wife has to compromise with me and work with me through that problem. Il pas supposé à bon pour cher. Faut pas moi matin, faut pas moi l'après-midi. Comme ça. Yeah. Parce que, you know, you go through stress in life. There are a lot of reasons why on est about you going through problems, travail à bon problème, it's crazy. So, kounya la, si son bon madame, faut capable comprendre pour le cas aider parce que gen bagay pour ça. Ou ka le docteur gen ba yo vend.
Non, c'est problème c'est sou gen docteur bagay do.
Oh, si ça ils sont gen bagay ou ka boire qui j'ai ou frère. Gen Léo Messi dans la rue.
Kenny dit un beau bail là, il dit s'ils sont bons et madame, you know, she probably has to tone it down a little bit, right? Mais gen l'autre monde qui a dit même si monsieur sont bons mari, monsieur va chercher l'autre like, il va chercher l'autre like in a relationship de pour handle.
On descend pas fond bail comme ça non.
Mais c'est maman vous voulez parler kounya mono. Parlez bien.
But I plusieurs phases. First of all, there's nothing wrong with the dude. The dude do what he's supposed to do one time, 2 times a day. That's kind of normal. She got a problem. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad problem, but like Stanley says, it might be it's a bad idea. So she got a problem, and we gotta find out what's wrong with her. Because, or if they're like, I mean, one way or another, even the guy might have to buy some toy, or he might bring somebody else into the relationship. I mean, something needs to be done, or they might have to go see a doctor or something. So nothing's wrong with the guy.
I mean, nothing's wrong with her too.
Wrong with the guy.
I'm being real with you. Nothing's wrong with her either, because when you get to a certain age, you don't know the.
No, don't say certain age. The guys are young.
No, when I say this, right? Some with the stuff that we're eating today, a lot of things can rise really quick. Like some women, her hormones could be flaring up because of the type of stuff she's eating, whatever
so
it is.
We're trying to get into technical, so now we're trying to get into that with technical issues, right?
I mean, listen, I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem.
Here's my takes on it.
No, it's not a problem.
Here's my takes on it.
Because she thinks he has a problem.
She's young and vibrant.
That's it. Here's my takes on
it.
Here's the thing. They're both young people. Okay? Tous les deux young. They're both young. So the same way she's young, she has a high sex drive, and she's expecting him to perform. That's the reason why she's not with an old man. You understand? Now, here's the thing.
But you think you have a high sex drive, don't you?
Now, listen to me.
And you're old. You're not that old, but I'm just saying.
Now, here's the thing. Now, here's the thing.
Oui, après ça, elle dit old man. That's why she's not with an old man.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Anderson, if you was in that situation, can you handle her?
Let me answer. He would say, I cannot be eating rice every day. That's what he would tell you.
Now, here's the thing. Monsieur, sois sérieux. Mais c'est pas problème, non. Qui j'en veux pour une étude à même femme dans chaque jour? Oh my God! Does that make sense to you?
He definitely threw
I told you.
in that.
No, does that make sense to you? But guess what? M'ga en dessous ça. Pendant que femme n'a plein, pour qui ça femme n'a pas dit tout? Il va venir à des droits l'autre femme n'a pas tout. Chaque jour. Si vous femme dit pendant qu'elle chaque jour, ça taille chaque jour.
Mais si c'est monsieur qui parle, si c'est monsieur qui parle,
j'ai problème non. J'ai problème non, monsieur. Son seul femme n'a problème non. Qui le fait chaque jour, je vais manger tiwi. Chaque fois manger tiwi. Il va bon, on va faire sucre.
Oui, mais
souvent je basmati rice va faire sucre.
Non. C'est pas tout bagage ça. Problème non, et même j'en tout. Vous pas mettre les cap OK, merci. Pas tête nous mentir ça. Moi même pas dire nous, OK, vous pas nèg. Et pas problème bon nèg pas gain, nèg a un problème femme. Ou que même pas dans tout à ce je sais même femme on fait normal qu'on va pas qu'on nèg nèg. Nous doit pas être nous mentir. Gain nèg ça avec l'autre. Pour taille madame ils sont l'autre femme obligé de passer. Parce que c'est même green femme dans toute cette journée.
You know, no, it's crazy. Où dit ça va venir on paquet l'autre femme,
Si femme ne plaît des monsieur pour montrer. Non.
Et si femme
et bon green femme c'est pas caillé. C'est même green femme non. Il va casser toute cette journée.
Et si fille a dit monsieur. Et si fille a dit monsieur pour mener l'autre de toi l'autre nèg là.
Monsieur regardez.
Est-ce que d'accord ça?
Bon c'est pour attendez, il pas bien rapport ça même. Moi même m'a fait nous connaître. Vrai problème non. C'est pas monsieur. Je garantis monsieur qui a 7 femmes par jour depuis femmes différentes.
You know why I think he might be right a little bit? I'm gonna give him this, but it's his delivery that's probably coming off wrong, right?
Okay.
So imagine how she's acting, right? He looks more like the calm type, and he said that he wants to make love.
That's right.
He's not trying to smash every second, but she's trying to run and dash. He's just delivering it wrong. But she might be too hot, and but if it was a woman that was trying to make love to him every day, I'm pretty sure he'll do it.
He would not even be able to.
He would.
He cannot make love every day to the same woman.
You can.
You
can.
Nobody can.
No, you can.
That's not
Listen
true.
to me.
That's
Guess
not
what?
true.
No, guess what? Listen. No, regardez. When maman dit nous qu'elle est avec nous, here's a funny thing. That's the difference. Moi-même ensemble avec au paquet non nous.
Bon, là où tu non, on va parler des garçons.
Dans le paquet nous-mêmes garçons.
Oh, ok. On a wap touché qu'elle.
Moi-même,
you don't have to attack. You don't have to attack.
Moi-même, listen to
Right?
me.
You let
Moi-même,
the general.
ok. Moi-même, moi en position to tell the truth without hurting anybody. But pendant ce temps, on paquet non nous. I can understand parce que des bagailles, même la sévérité, nous pas qu'à dire. Et me comprendre ça because guess what? Some of you guys have a lot to lose.
You're hurting yourself.
Et ça va devenir ensemble. But moi-même, je dois dire, je dois bailler vérité à Jean-Pierre. Il n'a pas aucun sens. Pour qu'il a chaque jour, imaginez-vous. Bon, ok. Nègre a dit qu'il y a un problème bon. Dans le cas du docteur. Docteur dit qu'il y a un problème bon. Ok. Ou je m'allonge. Ou est-ce que l'autre femme? Non. Ok. Et si l'autre femme a passé bien femme, bunda longtemps pour femme qui chita sous bord qui je sens tout. Je dis donc il demande oui, je n'ai pas de problème bon.
That's just one story.
One story.
That's one story.
It's okay. Bah tête nous menti Jean blé. Ouais pendant ce temps, continuer à qu'il y a grand petit femme nous et puis moi même pas problème avec. Moi-même, just pas de problème. Okay.
Non, mais get l'autre mec qui.
Let's hear a different perspective.
Yeah, donc là, il doit dire comme ça que nous connaissons les Kenny qui ont un nouveau vidéo fait sorti. À regarder le dîme qui j'en sens.
Mes amis.
Ah, ça me regarder.
Bon, ouais, maman, monsieur, on a ça tout le temps. Ouais, comparé avec qui dit, oh, si t'es venu à libérer, that this, that. Quand les femmes ça madame j'aime quitter c'est ça.
Après ça là fini.
Oui, that's it. Après des
c'est qu'on s'allie.
Yo, cheat soit libéré.
Oui, yo cheat soit libéré. Jennifer Lopez ouais ça qu'a beneg. Et pendant ce temps là quand Jennifer Lopez c'est ta jeune femme ça c'est regardez. Chaque matin midi sur menti.
I think life has so many.
Après des matin midi soir base pour pas.
D'accord, ça bien.
Non, mon cher attendez,
Bonsoir Ali Shaki.
Non,
comment bon on tellement drôle. Ou bien doit Jennifer Lopez pas de zone quoi et puis regardez sous quel des femmes qui concorde bunda moi lui même pas.
Ça ou t'as fait chaque jour?
Ou pas faire chaque jour.
Ou même m'a demandé ça.
Pas de tétin comme ça. Chaque jour.
Mon cher, il y en a qui.
On va connaître leur médicament trop plus pas un bout.
Mon cher, tout le monde pas même. Il y en a qui aiment madame yo pas.
Yo
est avec graine madame yo. Chaque heure madame yo te met après 20 heures c'est madame c'est lui qui fait au bandé.
Non,
il va l'enfant de
attendez avec Chico. Comment gars vous comprendre? Monsieur, comment gars vous comprendre? Bien des nèg basse. Li pas qu'à parler à plusieurs femmes. Les gars nèg qui vont green madame, c'est femme n'était pas là avec, elle pas était pas la femme non. Ouais nèg ça?
It's true.
La tout pour femme ça. Parce qu'elle connaissait le père du femme ça, par contre qui j'en va parler avec une autre femme pour le récit
on l'autre femme va parler avec elle. Même jamais.
Mais il va prendre temps avec comment gars comprendre?
You know Anderson is talking. He's making a lot of sense for some guys.
Right.
Because guess what?
All guys.
There are a million type of guys in the world. So he's telling the truth about those type of guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying no.
Des exceptions dans toute règle. M'baka dit tout guys. Eh ben gen une équipe anormal.
Gen nèg yo aime connexion.
It's not general. You can generalize it.
Donc on est pour mano. Monsieur c'est seulement madame seulement.
M'gon nèg. Faut le demander madame ni. Excuse me, ou faire n'importe ça veut faire.
Oui.
Gen nèg comme ça.
Gen nèg oui, c'est madame yo contrôler yo.
Oh
oui.
Slide ou qui est, slide. Oh. I agree with you. It's possible.
Celle-là tu m'val m'te doit bo gen créer madame dit celle-là de pour ou dit madame contre son corps pour me prêter. Ah, on va checker madame. Après de ça,
Vous connaissez, quelqu'un fait Haïti, va pas faut regarder, ou pas même l'autre femme ou pas regarder, depuis l'autre femme ou pas aborder.
non, ça existe.
On est chaque fois arrive devant l'autre femme.
Ça est désordre.
Non, mais Anderson, faut qu'à comprendre. Dame, ça a un problème. Comprendre? Donc, dame, pas de problème, c'est femme qui a un problème. Vous comprenez?
There's a mismatch.
Mais c'est un mismatch. Et monsieur Pabli encore, où est mouvement femme non? Les plus difficile pour garçons. Nous même garçons pour nous demander sous fuck ou pas qu'à juste être comme ça. Et donc moi même, donc par exemple, dans ce débat d'état, moi je nous l'âge, et moi je marcher sur Bluetooth et puis depuis mes Wi-Fi, moi monter. Vous comprenez? La m'garde se mettre sous 5, la m'garde se mettre sous 10. Et ça, mais exactement. Mais l'on regarde, pour garçon difficile, garçon pas comme ça. Mais femme dans lui même base. Femme nous pas grand pile bagage pour le faire non. Parce que tout travail ça pour le faire. Bon femme comme ça regarder c'est pile ouais monsieur dou. Femme nous dit c'est vite pile oui. Ça veut dire faire quelque chose j'aime ici, pas me dégager get lui. Fuck lui red oui. Et tout problème, monsieur, ça. Problème, monsieur, pas qu'à red souvent. Et pendant 7 ans, regardez aussi, c'était comme jeune garçon, young guy. Femme de nous, regardez, regardez, votre malaria. Ouais, j'aime ces fonds, oui, man.
Yeah, he's really young. He's really young.
Non, n'est pas young.
He's a young guy.
Et pendant 7 ans, on a dit, ouais, Jacques a dit, oh, a lot of guys wanna wish they would be, you must see.
Yeah.
Après des fois,
on pas même champ.
Yeah, parce que they're just attracted to what they see.
Of course. Faut nous admettre, il faut nous gagner pour 10 one night stand sous lui. Nous pas qu'à.
Oh, nous pas qu'à dire ça. Nous pas même qu'on
moi. Il plus que ça même.
All right. So we could have gone all night with this, but we're gonna. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Carrément, nègre dit Bluetooth à boali vous faire zing 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 zing.
So let's go ahead with the.
Ça passe loin.
Faut créer ça, oui, créer lui.
Ça passe loin.
You get them to work, my friend. And
next project.
Where to bag say up.
Anderson, we're gonna go ahead, go around, and have the last comments from everyone. We're gonna start with you, Stanley. Go ahead.
Again, fantastic show. I want to thank our two guests here today, Black Dada and Kenny, for coming. You know, we got a deux belles vidéos là, and I'm really proud of the work that those guys are putting out there. It was interesting to hear some of their stories. You know, I've learned a lot today about their industry today. You know, and everybody that's listening and watching the show, share, give us some love, and then until next time.
All right, Mono.
Well, first of all, I want to say Happy Valentine's Day to everyone, and thanks to everybody who's watching live. Thank you to those two artists, those big guys. You know, I'm so happy to meet you guys. You know, so very nice, and hopefully soon. That's where I see a collaboration between you guys. Since you're in the studio, you guys met. Hopefully, you guys make something happen. The next video gonna be from both of you. Next time you're in the studio, I would love that.
Amen.
And
great show.
Let's make it happen, Black Dada. Let's do it.
Never buy gratis, my fellow.
All right, Black Dada. Final
Listen,
comment.
man, I appreciate y'all for having me on the show. It's always a pleasure. Of course, you know, it's going to be interesting because I'm a really calm guy, and then this Anderson is a character, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a pleasure, man.
This is a calm guy.
Of course. Shouts out to Patori, my friend who has his liquor here. I'm not going to pay attention to Anderson right now, But yeah, we're gonna make things happen, man. And I definitely would love to collaborate with Kenny. He's a dope artist. I really love the song, the video, and of course, we got a bunch of talented people here. So y'all like, share, and subscribe. I got new songs coming out. Evo, I Just Want to Love You, a couple of songs. Y'all just stay tuned and just wait for it.
All right, we look forward to it. Richard.
I just want to thank everybody for coming, and it's always a pleasure being here. Okay, because hey, there's never a dull moment in this show here.
That's true.
So, Kenny, man, you always been an idol.
I forgot.
Kenny, you always been an idol, man, and we're thankful for you in the community.
Thank you.
I wish that they could have done better, one more, but you got this in Black Dada. I've been seeing you, but I don't remember the face.
Yeah.
But hey, I know where you came from, man. A long way. And keep pushing, bro.
Appreciate it. Beautiful Lou.
All right. So definitely want to thank the artists for taking the time out to come and meet with us. I just have one thing to say. If you have $268,000, call us up. We'll tell you
lucky I didn't get to say nothing about
that. Let us know, and we will definitely make sure that you flip those dollars. Kenny.
Hey man, I want to thank y'all for having me today on this show. It's a beautiful show. It was a pleasure for me to be here, and of course, I'm working on my new project, which is Vacam. It's my new band that's coming out soon. The video that you just watched, the vaccine video, it's off my new album named Winner. Vacam, the album is Winner. As we speak, it's available on all platforms. And do go ahead and follow us on our social media, Vacam Band, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Vacam is V-A-K-A-M. Okay. V-A-K-A-M. It's a Creole name, Vacam. Okay. So the band is coming out soon. We will have our grand premiere very, very soon. Look out for that. And yo, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me. Sly.
Thank you.
Respect the whole back
the
there.
Whole production crew.
Production crew. Respect to y'all, man. Thank you for watching.
Encore une fois, mesdames et messieurs, thank you very much for watching Sheila Anderson show. And the crew is welcome to me as it was a great show. And keep in mind, I just want people to understand, just like we put a lot of work into to bring you the best show, to make sure that you have humor. And keep in mind, our show is entertainment. It's fully entertainment. Okay, so don't get nothing personal. Don't get your feelings hurt. Don't go get divorced and beat your wife. Nothing like that. On our account. It's all entertainment. And then this is what the show is all about. Probably subscribe YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Because as a matter of fact, manger l'argent bam love. So therefore, give us love. It's what put me love. Then if one from my love, you can pay $2. So you see me, I'm very sensitive for my love. So I love you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So from Lydie. I love you. Parce qu'on va gagner moustache là, from Lydie.
Subscribe dans Facebook, subscribe dans Facebook. Et un petit take à tous producteurs qui font travail massif derrière. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you guys for coming, Black Dada.
Already.
Respect. Artist Kenny. Respect. We have a big show coming next week. And we're going to touch our promotion. Kabla, na bien shoot Benoit. Et so ça me tourne puis next so therefore, hey, listen, this is the best show where you can learn. It's all about education and humor at the same time. Merci bien. Peace. Pas oublier subscribe, bon love. Mangez la chum, bon love. Mangez la chum, bon love. That's it.